credit to Duke, coming in here and this, just a hard-fought game both ways, right? I thought it was exactly what we wanted it to be. But I thought, there are moments where it gets away from us that, one run is in a lot of the games has really killed us, and we haven't been able to come back from those. And that's where we got to be better. That's why we got to keep growing as a team. But I thought our effort that we're putting in is tremendous. Our guys are playing extremely hard. They're playing unselfish. They're fighting till the end, and they're giving us everything that we're asking for, right? And like our details will continue to get better. Our discipline will get better as we, get tired and get down towards the end of the game. We got to continue to be disciplined with what we're doing, but we're going to continue to keep growing from this and keep going forward.
You said they're giving you everything, but how can they give a little bit more to get you over the hump, like Wednesday, like tonight?
I mean, I don't know. Like we shot the same amount of shots as them. We didn't really turn it over. We turned it over 3 more times than them. We were +2 on the glass, right? Like, you get in a game like this, like you got to make our free throws, right? And it's not like we're trying to miss free throws, right? And it's not like they're not putting effort into being good at it, right? We finish every practice. We shoot free throws throughout practice, and then just the other day we finished with 50. We finished like if they would come in and be missing free throws and like I'd never seen these dudes in the gym working on free throws, and I have something to say about it, right? But they're not, right? We're limited in who we are as a team offensively, currently as constructed. We're limited. We'll grow. We'll keep getting better. But I think that's the thing is I don't know how much that changes this year. Like we get a little bit better in our execution. I think we got to be a little better in our execution, what we're doing, having everybody on the same page. So our focus got to be better offensively. And then from night to night, like guys have off nights sometimes, but like my effort can't be off. My focus can't be off. My discipline can't be off. My shot might be off, but the other stuff can't be. And that's where, sometimes we'll go roller coaster with that.
How much does it hamstring you offensively where you take away Marcus and Tay was the only guy that had 1 assist? It seems like the ball just has to move maybe a little bit more.
It's hard how people guard you, right? Nobody guards you the same exact way, right? Like Duke didn't want to get into rotations. They're usually a team that switches 1 through 4, 4 and 5. He's getting by him, getting into the paint, causing rotations. They just quit switching, and then they just stay at home. So who's he going to pass it to? Everybody's denied on the perimeter, so it's hard to get assists. Like sometimes it's us, sometimes it's them. So if he doesn't have anybody to pass it to, he's not going to get an assist, right? Like we want to move it, we want to do stuff, but like sometimes people guard us in certain ways that we just can't. We just can't. And, we try the best to move it and get slips, get cuts, but like that's where our execution has to get better. We had to change some things from North Carolina State to here because they guard in a similar manner, and I thought we got good things off of those. But it's 2 days. It's 2 days. It's not 2 months, right? We got to constantly change, and that's where these guys aren't used to that. You're not used to that in college, right? Just because we're young, just because we're inexperienced. You could do stuff like that in the NBA because guys could pick it up quickly. Like you could run something for a month and scrap it and never go back to it again and change it and go do something else, and they could pick up on it right away. Our guys can't do that. And we also struggle with change. Anything that changes brings more chaos. And now I can't do my job because I'm thinking. I'm trying to get them to not think and play and read the game. And that's, for a young team, sometimes it takes time. I hope at this time next year we're really clicking, man. We're really clicking. We're moving it. I hope in February we're doing it. We're better now than we were at the start of the year. But how people are guarding us right now, that they're not allowing us to get assists. It's just how they're playing. It's just what they're doing.
You held in the 10 assists, so you did a pretty good job with that as well. But did you go in with the game plan that if you can win at Filipowski, it's going to give you a better chance to win the game?
Duke has, if you go back and look at their stats, they have unbelievable shooting, right? McCain's a great shooter. Proctor's a great shooter. Roach is really, really good shooter. But they're low volume. They're low volume. They kill you in the paint. They kill you in the paint. And that's what we wanted to take away. We wanted to protect the paint. And I thought we did a really good job with that. Part of that was doubling the post some. But then that allows Mark Mitchell to get loose, right? Like, he made the 2 threes, but, like, that's on me. I tell our guys that. Like, you have to choose to try and take something away. And when he makes threes, I'll raise my hand because that's on me. I told you guys to stay there. But the offensive rebounds, the dump-offs in the double when we didn't rotate the right way, like the things that we drilled and worked on, we got to be crisp in that to take those layups away, take those dunks away that he got. The transition, those are the ones that really kill you. I thought other than that, we did a great job of protecting the paint and making it tough for them to score in the paint.
What can you say about the job Kaba did on Filipowski?
Did a great job. Effort. I think effort. I think he grew from the other night, right? Like, where he was jumping on shot fakes at the end of the game. He stayed down. Stayed down. Forced him to score over the top of it because it's a tough 2. It's a tough contested 2 at the end of the day. And that's what we want to try and give up. And he did a good job fighting him. I thought Tay did a good job of fighting him when he was in there. Roper was guarding him for a second there in the second half at the start when we subbed. So, I don't know. It's just they gave us everything. We followed the game plan for, we did it for 40 minutes. We weren't crisp for 40 minutes defensively, but we followed it for 40 minutes. And that, I've been saying it, like, if you do it, if you play with effort, it gives you a chance. Gives you a chance. It's like here's your admissions ticket. Now you have to do other things to win the game.
You obviously hate to lose, but top 15, what is it? Is there any kind of moral victory?
Absolutely not. None. Zero.
Is there any kind of consolation in a top 15?
No.
That a top 15
Zero. No. Yeah. We didn't, no. I want to win the game. I don't care if being close, it don't help you in nothing. Like, you get a point in cornhole, but they ain't getting no points in the ACC standings. Ain't helping us, man. Like, I'm mad because we let 2 get away that we should have got, right? We start second half better. We should have got this one. We were at least in a better position to get this one. We should have got this one the other night on Wednesday, right? Like, that's what I'm disappointed in. But I don't care who they are. I told our guys before the game, Duke's a great program. Don't take this as any kind of slight, right? Great program, been a great program for a long time. But I ain't scared of nobody. I'll tell you that right now. And our team is starting to take on that same mentality. Like, it doesn't matter what it says on your jersey, on the front or the back. We're going to fight you. We're going to fight you. Right? So.
Michael, over the past 6 games, what have you learned about your team?
I don't know. Like, they care. They really care. Like, those dudes were hurt, man. They were hurting at the end of this, like, because they put everything into it. And, like, there's still, when you put everything into it like this, there's some vulnerability to it, man. That, like, I'm going to try my hardest out in front of a lot of people. There's a chance I can still fail. It's no guarantee if I try my hardest I'm going to win. But they're doing it, right? There was no coolness to us. Like, sometimes people will play a game against a team like this and they come out and they try and be cool. And then they get the doors blown off because that's not what winning basketball is. There's no coolness. There was toughness from the start. And these guys are like, they're not listening to anything but what we're saying. And they're staying together and they're fighting together. And, like, it's, it's going to flip for us. It's going to turn for us. But if we keep this same thing, keep this same thing. It's easy to let a loser mentality get involved, right? You lose a couple games, and now that mentality creeps in, or somebody on the outside is telling you should be doing this more, you need to do that more. It's like, nah, man, that's what losers do, and we're not losers. We're not practicing losing. Like, we're gonna keep doing the same exact thing, and sometimes it's gonna pay off for us, sometimes it's not. But I'm gonna put myself in that vulnerability state again the very next time that we play, and try and give us a chance to win.
Micah, what'd you like about the way your bench responded when you put 4 of those guys in after the 5-0 start?
Yeah, just effort, man. That's it. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted, man. Duke's known for making runs. They did it against Syracuse the other night, right? So it's not like we came in unprepared. Like, oh man, Duke goes on runs to start the second half. Like, we talked about it. Right? And I said the other night, if we keep starting like this, I need to do something different. And that's on me, man. Right? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me 3 times, that's on me now. Right? I should have changed something then. If it won't happen again, I'll tell you that much. Like, we're going to start the second half better because that put us behind. That set the tone for them of how the second half was played. But I thought that group came in and reset the tone of how hard we needed to play. So I was proud of that group.
Anything else? Thank you.
All right.
Kevin, where did this one kind of get away from you when they made that run late in the second half? And you guys were never really able to get back and get really good rhythm.
Well, I mean, we talked about it, like, it started with the start of the second half. Like, we didn't come out great, and, like, that really gave them a spark, and that's where the game really opened up from there. And then that put us in a hole. But, other than that, we was fighting with them, I feel like, the whole time. So we got to start the second half better.
You can fight and compete with these teams. What's it going to take to kind of win games like this in this league?
Like Coach said, we got to be disciplined for 40 minutes full time for 40 minutes. Like, we can't take no plays off, no times out. Like, we a young team, but, like, we got to be disciplined for the whole entire game. So.
What was your game plan against Filipowski?
I mean, like, I was gonna guard him. I know he can shoot, so he's a hell of a player. So I just try and be solid as much as I can. We was gonna double the post a little bit, but just be solid, make him shoot over you. And
Did you feel like you frustrated him a little bit at times?
it's like, I don't even know how to say it, but, like, you can't really frustrate great players because they just keep on moving on to the next play. But I feel like I did my job against him, made him shoot tough ones and contested them. So.
What do you think coming off the bench role and to kind of give the team a spark plug in? What does it need to do? How are you able to do that in the second half?
I think just getting a couple open looks early, like I had like 2 or 3 wide open threes, so just stepping up, making open shots.
What do you guys take away from this 6-game homestand?
I mean, really just like that we're really close to being there. We just got to finish and play a whole 40 minutes because, like, the games we lost, like we said, we could have won both of these. Like, NC State we should have won, and then Duke, like, we were right there. So just like putting together a whole 40 minutes, and then we're still right there.